They're getting set to crown a 2017 world champion in the men's event. Some big heavy hitters here. Hanyu having won it in 2014. Can he get back on top? But a lot of things at stake here. So Kurt, take us through Kurt's keys.
Well, I just think there's no room for error. So when you're looking at Hanyu there, he's behind the leader by 9 points. It sounds awful. Now, actually, it's this jump right here. Oh, they just cut it off. He was about to do a triple axel. So if the leader misses an axel, Hanyu does his, skates clean. All of a sudden, he's back in the running. This young man right here, my goodness, he's tied with Hanyu after the short program, basically. So he has 4 planned quads, just like Hanyu in the long program. And he's that new guy. He's got that beautiful quad lutz that I hope he lands beautifully. Welcome, Mr. Chen, to the big time. This young man has, what, 6 planned quads? And skating skills with it. He has looked nervous all week.
Yes,
and there you go. And he's just popped a jump in the warm-up. Hanyu actually has already made a few mistakes in the warm-up as well.
I might be a bit nervous if it was my first ones.
Yeah. Patrick Chen is happy to be 3rd after the short program. He will add a quad Salchow. This is not something that he grew up training or even thinking he was going to have to do. And he has come back with time off and tried to put himself into the new world order of men's figure skating, and this quad Sal might help him do it. And this young man, he's all knees and intensity. Oh, and he just pops a jump too. There's something in the air out there. He has, I think, 4 planned quads as well, and beautiful skating skills. So when he skates around, he actually looks really awkward when he's just skating, but put on the music and the kid lights up. Speaking of lighting it up, 2-time and reigning world champion. He has put himself in 1st place with a little bit of breathing room, but he will not rest on that. He knows he needs a clean skate to hold off this pack. Wow, this is, I love this. This is so good.
That's a lot of quads. So I wonder how the skaters hold up when they're trying to complete that many. Well, to find out a little bit more, here's Brenda Irving. And you talk about all those quads. So let's put things into perspective. Last year alone at 2016 Worlds, a total of 32 planned quads, 17 executed.
In the whole event.
In the whole event. The final flight alone, Kurt, we're looking at anywhere between 23 and 25.
And if you look at who's got 5 and 6 and 4 and 5, that's the young guys. It seems like the older you are, the less quads you do, but because when you grew up, who knew that quad lutz was going to be happening? So these young guys are changing the world.
So here comes Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan, quite the rock star here, sitting in 5th after the short program. Last 2 years at Worlds, he has captured silver. He won it in 2014. He wants to get back on top, and I think he's taken the 30 seconds this time, not the 33 that cost him a point deduction in the short.
Wise choice.
Well, considering that he has come from behind day ahead of him, he really needs to skate clean. That 1 point might come back and haunt him. Who knows? This is the quad loop. This is his answer to those young guys. Oh, right over the right side on that landing.
So soft on the landing, too.
I'm going to remind everybody that he had truly a lethargic, sloppy warm-up, but with that quad loop under his belt, it's got to give him confidence. relatively simple triple flip, but basically camouflages it within the choreography. Looking strong as he heads into his fourth quad. Each as good as the one before. The audience reacting to his last jump, a triple Lutz. They know that he is done leaving the ice. It's a spin and a celebration left, and then a long wait to see where he stands in the world standings.
Standing room only in Helsinki.
When this man is in the zone, there is no breaking his concentration. Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan. You know, we don't joke when we say he's the rock star of figure skating. You can see it with your own eyes right there.
It's like he's conducting them, not bowing. Everywhere he goes, it's a hometown crowd. Something happens when you don't make any mistake, and it's called a big picture moment. He just gave the judges no excuse not to throw the book at him and just give him extra points everywhere.
I love Brian Orser's comment in the feature before about how, skaters take time to reach their maturity. He doesn't need any more time. He's there. He's just owning everything he does today.
And a side note, Brian Orser landed many quads. I've seen them. Just want everyone to know. He's done lots of quads. He just never did it in competition.
In competition, he never
So he's the right guy to teach.
I was feeling I don't have enough energy for...
Guess what? You did.
And that's why Brian Orser is the coach. Guess
Gets
what?
the
You
corner
did.
office.
Yeah, you had the energy. Don't worry about that.
Maybe a little less energy was helpful. Settled him down. Oh, big number. That's huge.
Yuzuru Hanyu, remember, had a lot of ground to make up, sitting in fifth after the short, and those marks will do it. 3:21.59, putting him in first.
Holy cow.
The tone has been set.
Yuzuru, you were trailing by 11 points after the short program. How were you able to use that as motivation out on the ice today?
I don't know. I was feeling little I don't have enough power for the long program when I doing 6 warm-up, but I just worked hard with music.
Well, you did fantastic. Set a new world record for the free. Congratulations. And we'll let you get back to watch the rest of the skating.
Yes. Finally, I can say I trained hard in Toronto.
You weren't before?
I think I'm not.
We'll let you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, he set personal bests in the short program, so having a for air when you're
No, not
when
at
all
all.
the men are doing those quads, when all the men have the ability to do it. I think Yuzuru's happy. You can't. Hey, that's Boyang Jing's Spider-Man move. You can't do that. But you can't really make a mistake.
No.
And that's what happened. So Yuzuru Hanyu regains the world title. Shoma Uno gets on the podium after finishing 7th last year. Boyang Jin regains that bronze. First time we've seen an all-Asian podium for the men at Worlds.
Would you say the men's discipline here at World Championships is probably the most unpredictable?
Sure, absolutely. The depth in the men's event is really, really thick. So, and also these guys are doing really difficult jumps, which means the best skater could take 3 tumbles. And it's very difficult to win because you have to do so much. I found something at home this week that I laughed at, and I thought, I'm going to bring that in. I thought to myself, look at that. I did 1 and done. One quad and you win. Not like that anymore.
Well, and even the heavy hitters nowadays, Patrick Chan, Javier Fernandez, they can't afford to make any mistakes because those young guys with the 6 quads, they're right behind them. Look, here's Patrick now. He lands a beautiful jump, and then the next one, no, not there. Confidence gone. Javier, he lined first after the short program. Fantastic quad toe. And then off he goes, quad sal. Not today. Just breaks your heart.
Yeah, you're right. Those youngsters are great. Nathan Chen, he has multiple quads. He didn't have the confidence this week to follow through, but what a player. I think he and this guy, Boyang Jin, look at that quad Lutz. I think they have changed the game.
Yes.
Here's Shoma Uno from Japan, able to save his jumps. He was second in the short, second in the long, but this guy moved from 5th to 1st with one of those days where Yuzuru Hanyu can do no wrong. And he added quad loop to his program, and I know that it's to answer to the young guys.
Yeah. Well, Yuzuru Hanyu back on top of the world, but we still have world champions to crown in ice dance.